Happy New Year and welcome to our first video of 2022. In today's video, we are going to go through a full batting session where we look at improving our timing. We have split it into 3 different sequences. For the first sequence, we are doing the warm-ups. There are 2 parts to this. For the second sequence, we are doing drills. There are again 2 parts to this. And for the final sequence, there is 1 part and it's the culmination of everything. Sequence 1, part 1. This is a drill used where we set up a line of cones to show where you want to hit the ball down into the ground first. And we're going to be batting with no feet. The thrower is going to be thrown over arms, nice and full. You're just going to focus on your swing, try and hit the ball cleanly and down into the ground to make sure of a good contact as close to the middle of the bat as possible and a nice swing through the ball. If the thrower does throw slightly wider or shorter, still trust your hands to hit through the line and still try to hit on top of the ball so you get used to going over the top of the bounce and extending your hands through the contact point. The focus points here are to make sure that you watch the ball nice and long. And because there is no actual movement involved, we're just focusing on the hands and the eyes through the ball, making sure that the contact point is as close to the body as possible and that there's a nice full swing through the ball. Sequence 1, part 2. These are called weight transfers. What we're going to do now is we're going to set with our front foot already up and forward, slightly across to the offside. From here, as the ball gets thrown, as the ball bounces, you're going to put your toes down, bend your knee. This is going to give you the feeling of transferring your weight to the contact point. And from here, you're going to still have that nice full swing through the ball, still focusing on the things from the first part of this, contact late into the ground and making sure that the swing goes all the way forward. The important thing here is to make sure that your weight is going towards your contact point and that the knee bends and the head is over the point of contact. Sequence 2, part 1. This is the drill phase. What we're going to do now is we're going to be playing normal cricket shots with normal movement, but we're going to be throwing with a tennis ball. This makes it bounce slow off the surface and bounce more. So it's important to wait for the ball and making sure that the swing is controlled and contact is under the eyes, trying to bounce the ball before the cones with whichever shot you play. This makes it more difficult, but at the same time it really makes you watch the ball onto contact and then the bat go through the line as well. For this, you may block a couple to get used to the contact point itself, but we want to be looking to play as many scoring shots as possible to really get used to the feel of how to hit the ball late and allowing the hands to go through the point of contact. Sequence 2, part 2. Here we are going to really challenge ourselves. Because timing obviously comes with trying to make contact in the middle of the bat, we are going to be using a stump. With its rounded shape, it also ensures that if you do not hit it perfectly in the middle, it is going to go slightly off. This is really important as because you've got a smaller surface area with which to hit the ball, you really have to make sure that you're getting into a good position and making contact. Even if it does hit slightly off center, it's still closer to the middle of where the middle of your bat would be than otherwise if it was in the outside half of a proper cricket bat. This is important because it really trains you to watch the ball really onto that contact point and allowing your hands to go through. As with the previous drill, you still want to be looking to defend initially to get used to how it feels, but then looking to extend through the ball so you can get used to that movement into it and making sure that the hands are going through the line all the way.
I would like to take this time to officially announce our 2 giveaway winners. A big thank you to everyone that entered. We had over 100 entries. The 2 winners of this giveaway are Max Roby and Krishnan. A massive congrats to you two. To claim your video analysis, please leave us a comment with your email address below so we can send you the details you may require.
Sequence 3, the only part. What we're going to do now is we're going to do a full-on session. For the session today, we've used a bowler bowling to the batter. You are then going to try and link everything up, still having the cones down as a visual aid for where the ball is going to bounce, and you're going to try and hit the ball nice and late, near the middle of the bat, and extend in through. You can then reference back to each of the previous drills to find out if you didn't hit it perfectly, it might be something from there. It could be that your contact point was a bit early or that it wasn't hitting perfectly in the middle of the bat. Keep working towards this and keep referencing back because it's important to be able to self-evaluate yourself so that even when you're out in the middle in a game situation, you can still get the best out of your game. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, please leave a like below. Also remember to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you can get our content as soon as it releases. And if you've ever had a fear of playing the short ball, check out this video over here.